That's the real question here. What is a Pac-12 powerhouse? My answer to this question is no, because for me, a Pac-12 powerhouse is a team that is consistently making that Pac-12 championship game, if not consistently competing for it. Um, and I'm just not sure Cal's up to the bill. Is it
Well,
possible?
you have
Yes.
to also remember that just making the Pac-12 title game isn't enough, because we saw it last season. Utah went 11-3 and dominated on both ends of the field. They made the Pac-12 championship game, and yet coming into this season, all anyone's talking about is Oregon and USC, let alone a team like Washington that has a better pedigree as a Pac-12 powerhouse than Utah. It's like, you're right about it having to be like consistent year in and year out. Just because Cal theoretically would maybe make the Pac-12 championship this year doesn't mean anything in terms of next season. But yeah, continue on with what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think you put it perfectly. You look at teams like Utah, what they're building at ASU. These teams who have had even Washington State the last couple of seasons. I mean, they had a phenomenal year. 2 years ago, you think about Minshew mania. I mean, that was a really good team. And the next year they're 6-6, the 6-7 after the bowl game. To be a powerhouse, it is that you not only have to, I mean, have a couple good a good year or a couple good years. You have to string together multiple good campaigns to the point where you are not just winning a lot, but you're recruiting very well in order to continue to win a lot. That's how you see like teams like Oregon, teams like USC emerge. I mean, Oregon has been a powerhouse. It's Chip Kelly really built that. Do I think Wilcox can do that? Do I think he has the potential? Yes. He's instilled a culture here that's all about accountability. That's about being smart, being responsible. Those are things that matter. That's how you build powerhouses. But I just don't think Cal is that type of school. There's not the type of attention, and not to say that there isn't a fan base, because there is. Cal fans are wonderful. There's some wonderful traditions. If you ever get a chance to attend a game at Memorial Stadium, it is more than worth it. But it's just not a school that puts those types of resources towards football. And that could
Yeah.
change, but I don't think Wilcox is ever going to get those types of resources, the Alabama or the USC type of resources.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about recruiting, and I'll get there in a second, but I do think it starts on the field. To be considered a Pac-12 powerhouse, right? I think that you need to be a team that consistently year in and year out wins around the 10 game win mark, because like those are the best teams. And if you're not consistently at that mark and that's your target, you're just not up there. And this season's obviously an anomaly, but if Cal wants to stay on that trajectory, 5 wins is like the absolute minimum. 4-3 would be seen as such a step back this season, especially with Cam Bynum coming back. I mean, I think with him back like that he's enough of a player to boost the entire team's expectations. But in a recruiting lens, Cal is on the right trajectory. In 2017, which was kind of Wilcox's class, he didn't really recruit most of them, but some people slipped because the coaching changed, things like that. Cal was ranked 70th in the nation. 2018, the first real year for Wilcox, 42nd in the nation. Then 2019, 43, so pretty stagnant. 2020, 39, so a little bit better, but still pretty stagnant. But this is where you see the big jump. Cal's 2021 class is ranked 19th in the nation. And I think that improvement is due largely to Cal's success on the field. People are starting to notice the team nationally. And having another 5-6 win season this year would be huge for the 2022 class, because another recruiting aspect of transitioning into a so-called powerhouse school is being able to have recruits consistently choose Cal over other powerhouses. So you see a lot of Cal commits currently pick Cal over other Pac-12 offers, maybe some low-tier Big Ten schools or low-tier SEC. But I'm talking about guys like Jamichael Sturdivant, who committed to Cal for 2021. He chose the Bears over LSU, Michigan, Miami, Oklahoma, Wisconsin, schools that are established powerhouses. Or a guy like Jermaine Terry, who's a tight end commit for Cal. He chose Cal over just about every other top-tier program there is. You're talking about Alabama, Auburn, Florida, LSU, Ohio State, Penn State. He is a local kid from Richmond, so that probably has something to do with it. But it's those types of players that are going to continue catapulting Cal over the top. Because you can build a fantastic football program that gets a lot of wins with mostly 3-star recruits, But to take that next step, you're going to have to start reeling in those 4 stars and 5 stars.